Welcome to this morning's maths lesson. We will be continuing our work on dividing two-digit numbers by one-digit numbers. To begin the lesson, we will go through our answers to today's morning maths. 12 times 3 is 36. 11 add 89 is 100. 8 times 6 is 48. 1,300 add 1,700 is 3,000. 900 take away 600 is 300. 190 add 30 is 220. 1,000 more than 1,765 is 2,765. 450 add 550 equals 1,000. Double 30 is 60. And 170 is less than 240. So your crocodile is about to gobble up 240. That is the less than symbol. Our mental strategies, we've got two questions similar to yesterday. So the first one is 1,000 take away 997. I wonder if you were able to count backwards to find out the answer. 999, 998, 997. So the answer is 3. The next one is 7,000 take away 6,991. Now if you count back 9 from 7,000, you will reach 6,991. So 9 is your answer. For our previous learning, I've got a couple of addition calculations there. Now these involve digits that equal more than 10. So let's go through them. We start off with our ones column. 5 add 6 equals 11. Now we can't write anything more than 9 underneath the line. So because the answer is 11, we put a 1 in the equals and we put another 1 above the 7 in the tens column. That's because our answer is 11. Now we've got to add up everything in the tens. 7 add 5 is 12. Adding on our 1 equals 13. Like before, we can't fit 13 in our equals, so we have to put a 3 underneath the 5, but put our 1 above the 2 in the hundreds column. When we add up our hundreds, 2 add 1 is 3, add another 100 is 4. And the final column, 3 add 6 is 9. So our answer is 9,431. For B, we can add up our 1s much more simply. 2 add 0 is 2. For our tens, 7 tens add 5 tens is 12 tens. 12 tens is the same as saying 120. So we can put 2 of our tens in the equals and 10 tens in our hundreds. 7 add 2 is 9. Add together our other 100 that we've put at the top is 10. We put a 0 underneath and a 1 above the thousands. Finally, 1,000 add 2,000, add our other 1,000 is 4. So the answer is 4,022. Count with me the multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72. Here I have spread out the multiples of 6 across the page. I'm going to call out some numbers. If you hear one of the multiples of 6, shout it back at me. If I've said a number which isn't a multiple of 6, don't shout anything. 6, 60, 25, 36, 40, 54, 72, 31, 9, 18, 48, 13, 24. In today's lesson, the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to do an exchange. Here we've got the calculation 42 divided by 3. This means you need to share up equally 42 into 3 groups. As you can see, there are 4 tens. If we were to try and divide 4 tens in between those 3 groups, we wouldn't be able to do it. However, there is something we can do to get round this. Here you can see that I'm using the same website as yesterday. What I did first was to arrange my number 42 with 4 tens and 2 ones. I then divide the tens into 3 equal groups. This leaves me with a 10, which I can't share out, and 2 ones. To make it possible to share out the remaining numbers, I exchange the 10 for 10 ones. This leaves me with 12 ones in total. As you can see, I am able to divide these 12 ones equally amongst the 3 groups. This means that the answer to the question is 14, and this was done by exchanging one 10 for 10 ones. Try giving this a go yourself. Can you do 52 divided by 4? The next thing I'm going to show you is what to do when you can't equally divide a number into equal groups. We're going to look at the calculation 44 divided by 3. As you saw, I had to exchange one of my 10s for 10 ones. I then tried to divide up the 14 ones in between the 3 groups. In the end, I was able to give each group 4 ones. This left me with 2 more ones. Because there are 3 groups, I wasn't able to equally share these 2 between the 3 groups. Therefore, in division, I had what is known as a remainder. In fact, I had 2 remainders. Therefore, the answer to our question 44 divided by 3 would be 14R2. Here I have written out the answer to the last question. 44 divided by 3 equals 14R2. R stands for the word remainder. Say that word after me. Remainder. I have written R2 in this case because there were two remainders that could not be divided equally between the three groups. Try practicing with these questions. If you find that there is one remainder, you would write your answer followed by R1. If you found that there was two remainders, you would write your answer followed by R2. If you found that there were three remainders, you would write your answer followed by R3. Here are your questions for today. For question 1a and for question 2a, try doing the calculation by yourself first. If it helps, there is a part-part whole model which has broken these questions down into simpler chunks. Here is your mathematical reasoning question for today. It says, Sophie has 49 pens. She shares them equally between 4 pen pots. Sophie says, I think each pen pot will get 13 pens and one will be left over. Is Sophie correct? Write down your workings out and explain in one sentence whether or not she is right or wrong and why.